Hello and welcome to Roll to One, your place for all things TTRPGs. I'm Joe Van Hooser, and I'm super excited for tonight. We're going to get right into this episode of Laruusian Legends. Last time, the party returned from their excursion with the expedition and enjoyed their evening in an honest rest. Shenanigans ensued between Alba and Kui and the whole bar, and eventually the party went to bed. The next morning they arose to the sight and sounds of a gigantic flying galleon landing in the center of the city, of town. You remember as it landed, the crowd scattered, not in a scared way, but just to make space for this gigantic ship in the center of the city, and the main drawbridge lowered, and a man and a dwarf in a golden jumpsuit said, "All right, load it out, load it in, let's go." And you watched as only 3 dwarves started to walk out and start as a good number of the crowd began to go into the ship, and they started personally unloading the ship. You notice that one of the dwarves that exits behind the man in the golden jumpsuit has a quick conversation with him, and you watch as a group of 6 people emerge after, not dwarves, more just a random assortment of people. You see a dragonborn, you see a tiefling, you see a halfling, you see 2 elves, and they're all in different forms of armor.
Elfling.
What? Did I say elfling?
Nope. No. Keep going.
But you could have.
And an Arakakra, bird folk, walk out and they have a quick conversation with the captain. They shake hands. You watch as they look to the bird folk, and the bird folk goes and takes off and starts to fly, and you see as he starts to circle the top of the city as this party just kind of walks off into the city, avoiding everything. And then you see the dwarf that was talking to the one in the jumpsuit makes a quick conversation and then starts to walk around and start having conversation with those standing around the crowd. You all are open in the center of town, kind of amongst this crowd. When Thalen, you kind of feel a breeze kind of blow past, and you feel something new kind of up against your side.
Sorry, I don't swing that way.
In your you go to look, and there's a paper sticking out of your bag that kind of pokes against your side.
Sure.
Unbeknownst to where it came from.
Paper in my side? Paper
in your bag.
Oh, okay.
Sticking out.
Paper in your side.
I was like,
cut?
Paper stab. No, that's cool. Is it can I retrieve it?
Yeah.
Sick, I do.
Oh.
Real life stuff. All right. I seem to have retrieved some sort of letter of some thing.
You do notice, kind of as you all kind of take stock, there are only 5 of you.
Oh. Oh, it's addressed to us. I'm interested in seeing what that dwarf has to say, but before we go, to the fine folks of the Silver Linings. If you are reading this message, it means I have finally mustered either the strength or foolishness to throw myself into an endeavor of fate. The heart, it seems, cannot be quelled, debated, or silenced. It is, in fact, quite obnoxious in its persistence and single-mindedness. Whereas I would have been content to continue adventuring with the motley assortment of companions I have admittedly grown fond of, my heart has been fixated on a singular purpose ever since I saw her again. Yes, her. I'm sure some of you noticed the change that has come over me since my path crossed with hers not long ago. My dashing personality, rapier wit, and stunning fighting... I'm going to just read because it's like... it's a lot here. And stunning fighting prowess have remained intact, but have unquestionably diminished since my focus was torn asunder. There is both great promise and great peril entwined in pursuing her, and while the possible reward is worth the risk for me, I would be grieved if harm would befall any of you due to my recklessness. And so, for the sake of this party as well as my own conscience, I must make my leave. Birdman. I'm assuming that's you. You are the bizarre little creature with far more skill and cunning than I would have guessed on first seeing you. Woe to those who take you lightly. My one retreat is that I shall miss the chance to pry that secret from you. Yes, you know the one. Don't think I was oblivious to the strange goings-on that evening. May your pockets be forever filled with strange gadgets and your belly filled with eggs. Raps. Oh, that's you, Connie. We spoke very little, and I think it's fair to say that the blame falls equally on both your conventional style and your general demeanor. You are the embodiment of nightmares, my friend, and I believe I was courting a macabre death every time I addressed you. But you proved to be loyal in a manner of speaking, and there is no question that your particular brand of valor and particular penchant for healing saved many lives, not the last of which is my own. If you'll forgive me for saying so, I am both thankful to have known you and thankful to have a good bit of distance between us. Kitty. I shall miss your enthusiasm and tininess. While your exuberance chafed me at first, I came to realize it was only because I had lost mine long ago. It is good to know that you are as capable and keen, and while also retaining that vibrance of character. As for the matter of that day, I was slightly inebriated and took aim at you. I'm very sorry your necklace was not in its proper place at the moment I lost my arrow, and that I suffered the humiliation of missing my target for the first time. I hope that one day you can forgive yourself for taking a shot that was not intended for you, and saddling me the weight of guilt and discomfort as a result.
Wait, what? What kind of apology is this?
Snow Queen, which I'm assuming is you. Our first adventure was dubious, to say the least. I quite enjoyed it. Our time together reminded me of my time with her, which was often a distracting memory. If my performance that day seemed less stellar, she was why. Regardless, the wolves were slain and we were not. Thalen, just halfway through that, is going to look up and then go back to reading. That we're going to cross that bridge. So I called it a good day. It was particularly because of your presence in the party. He's capitalized wolves. Particularly because of your presence in the party that I feel at ease leaving. I know they are in good hands with someone who can be both ruthless and reasonable. It is quite the combination, though I have noticed that Thalen has rounded out some of your edges. Probably for the best, but as long as you're adventuring, stay sharp, stay frosty. Thalen, we may have gotten off to a rough start, what with your brilliant plan of getting us thrown into prison to finish the job that could have been dispatched without the subterfuge. But subterfuge is a fun word to say, and in retrospect, I can appreciate the professionalism and risk-averse approach you adopted. This is why I was willing to sign on with you in the latest venture. It's ironic that you are both the reason I became part of Silver Lining, and also the reason I'm forsaking it. Your leadership was the draw, but your marriage was the catalyst for my departure. Had you and the Snow Queen not been so splendid as a couple, manifesting the allure of such a union, I may have been able to hold my own heart at bay, but to daily bear witness to the charms and warmth of even the most mundane manifestations of love, it was too much. I can only hope to be as fortunate one day as you and Alba are together. This blasted pen is almost dry, and it's almost daylight, so I'll be quick to end. I wish all of you the prosperity, passion, and purpose you forge your legends through triumph and tribulations. I know the path you're on will not be easy, but I would not depart if I did not believe you could prevail in my absence. I'll leave you the things I carry that I consider important to the Silver Linings. First, I urge you to uncover the mysteries of the scroll we have carried. I was almost killed for it, so I'd like to eventually know it was worth something. I also leave you the stone in which I confer with Mr. Roughwater and Kenulum. If he asks, tell him the truth, and should we meet again, spare me of his judgments. May the shepherd that resides beyond the flame of life continue to be gracious in his divine wisdom, and see you safely to your journey's end. Perhaps we shall meet again, and if we do, I have no doubt it will be a warm reunion. But for now, I must leave you. Bid you a fond farewell. Yours, Schwendel Leafwhip III. That son of a bitch is gone.
Schwendel?
Yeah, that's
there's a lot of things to unpack there. Specifically, he left us with some things. Yes, he did leave us with some things that are now in my bag. All right. I shall write down that I have those. Anyway, Schwen is gone. Fine.
Schwendel is gone.
Yeah, Schwendel Leafwhip III. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
Yes.
What? What? How? What do you mean what? Wait. How? I mean what? What?
It's his name.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't ever know that. I only knew him as Schwalen.
Well, so much happened before the audience was made known of us. And it seems that he had the... Seems he wanted to reference almost all of it. So, well, A mercenary. Mercenary.
Right. I'm sad.
Saw it coming.
You saw it coming. I didn't.
I see it all.
I don't know. Anyone who wears a hood in public tends to be that type.
Yeah.
I'll put my hood up. Well, Schwen, for what it's worth, we will miss you. If you're still around. All right.
You want to look for him?
He's
No.
not.
The thing is that, like, I think Thalen has seen enough conscription from soldiers to know that sometimes the lone wolf needs to ride on. Speaking of, let's go talk to the dwarf.
First, is he wearing any like guild iconography on him?
Which dwarf are you talking about?
Yeah, there's like
the
5.
one with the gold.
Yeah,
So
the one who
with
came into the
gold-
crowd.
So, the one that came in the crowd is not the one in gold.
The gold parachute pants?
He is actually in a, like a gray, more of a workman's jumpsuit.
Yeah.
But yes, there is iconography on the like where his pocket would be. On his chest is a like monogram. Is that what it is? Yeah, a monogram of the letters G and C that look like a hot air balloon. They have been designed in a way to look like a hot air balloon.
So he works.
So like the C is backwards?
So like the G is the balloon and the C is the basket.
Oh.
G and a C.
Oh yeah, I literally
C's.
I was like, if that isn't how that looks, then
It's exactly how it looks.
that's brilliant.
Do I know anything about this guild?
Yeah, roll a history check with advantage.
20, natural 20.
Natural
I
20?
rolled a 20 and a
Like-
1.
Look at that.
That's. Oh, I thought that was a 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it's
what
sideways.
That's what I did.
Wait, let me see.
Sideways.
I just like G, like a GC.
That's awesome.
I see it.
That's awesome.
Oh, come on.
With a natural. Did you just block it?
Yeah, I was trying to show the room. It just there's no autofocus. It's like we're professionals or something.
With a natural 20, this is the monogram of a company headquartered out of Thundermere called the Gestalt Company.
Yeah.
Their owner and founder is the inventor behind this idea of hot air balloons, and his 5th great grandson is currently head of the company.
So you're saying it's full of hot air.
The family is, and they almost are a monopoly on the more of the commercial side of hot air balloons out of Thundermere.
So, like, most ships would like.
Most ships, especially those that carry cargo,
Okay.
are Gestalt Company ships.
Right on.
You also know them.
Like,
you also
any
know them.
airships are that way.
Yeah, most or not necessarily air, but like hot air balloons.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
And-
Any airship is probably Gestalt.
Gestalt. Yeah, and you would also you would know that a specific, you would know them as HALs, HAL, HALs.
Like the ships themselves.
Yeah, like they are called.
Okay.
They're referenced as HALs, the ones that the Gestalt Company owns and
It's like
Hot air
with the
something.
yeah.
Oh, oh.
Wait.
I don't know what the L, I don't know what the L is. Hot air.
Lifting ships. I don't know.
Hot air lifts. That's not bad.
Hot air lifts.
I don't know what it is.
Wow.
But as you go to approach the ramp, the dwarf in the gray jumpsuit is actually approaching you.
Wow. Perfect.
The gray jumpsuit?
That's the one that
The
we
one coming
just
into the
saw
crowd.
About his thing.
I
Good enough.
I say in
Not good
dwarvish.
enough. What?
I say in dwarvish. What do you want? I don't know how you say that in dwarvish.
Oh, well, he in dwarvish back responds,
Just do a Scottish accent. Just do it.
"Good morning." He does not have
In the
An
accent.
Cree voice too.
he says back in common, "Good morning."
Quee Scottish.
Oh man, what a French man. Gosh, when you try to be all fancy at a French place, and they're just like, "That'll be $4.95." Bro, you've seen that thing.
I know
Everybody's
exactly
seen
what
that
you're talking
video.
about.
It's in the algorithm right now.
Oh my gosh.
He says, "Are you arms for hire, or are you looking for transport somewhere?"
We are an adventuring party.
Yes.
Great. So, my name Bran.
Okay.
New?
The last.
Oh, thanks.
Bran the last.
No, he said who asked.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I am first mate of the 306 behind us. And I, on behalf of our captain, we are looking for a party to be the on-deck defenders on our journey back to Thundermere.
I'm willing to take your proposition should you offer us free passage.
Of course. That is the way that the Gestalt Company works. Between you and me, they should probably just there are only 4 crew members. And so it's kind of up to us to stay safe. And so we offer people needing to get to Thundermere.
Say access to the full ship.
Say that into the microphone and I'll appreciate it.
Say ask them. Oh, hold on.
I'm like, I want to hear it.
Ask them to have the whole ship. Like, access to the whole ship.
We will need, in order to defend you to the best of our ability, I believe we may need access to the entirety of the ship. All the nooks and crannies need to be defended.
That can be arranged.
We are on the lookout for sprites.
Always.
Well, no better place than the Laruusian sky.
Yes.
Do we have a deal?
They fly.
Formal contract, or was this a man-to-man?
Are you looking at me?
I shake the dwarven hand that probably dwarfs my hand.
Yes. Very large hands. But not as very tall. Man, he's like, amazing. Well, if you'd like to help unload or load, and you see there are tons of shipments coming in and out of this giant bay door, you're welcome to. We should leave within the hour.
Last week, you said 30 minutes in and out, and then we cut.
Then we're leaving in 30 minutes. Within the hour.
I understand. I understand. I just wanted to address that truth.
30 minutes then. Is that what Captain said? I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Nice.
Probably the engines.
Yes.
They are loud.
Yes, yes.
No, you can meet me right inside the bay as soon as you would like. And I can have either our deckhand or our engineer show you the ship.
All right.
And he goes off and you see him speak to the captain in the golden jumpsuit.
As he's walking off, Aurelie follows him.
Okay.
How does it really fall?
Well, he didn't walk very fast, so
So
so just
Right, he walks back to the captain and has a conversation with him in Dwarvish.
oh shoot. Wait. I have the adept linguist, so I can. I'm listening. She's just listening.
You're just listening.
Just
Great, they
listening
have a
for
quick
now.
conversation. They shake hands, and the first mate goes and continues to unload things. You up there see a
Ask him something.
a very brawny dwarven man, like super built upper body, really skinny legs, just kind of up, and he is lifting giant
Wearing flannel.
giant barrels and crates and kind of unloading and moving things, and you see he's doing lots of hard work inside of the ship.
Okay.
That's what you see closer.
So let me just get this. We got Bran. He's the first mate of the 306.
Mhm.
He's wearing gray.
Yep, he's the new one.
So big dude.
You don't see.
We don't see big dude.
I'm
You
sorry.
Aurelie
I'm
sees big
taking
dude.
notes.
Aurelie sees big dude.
That's,
I see
So
big dude.
so big guy.
that's Brawny.
Yeah, right.
Is his name Bronny? No.
You
Okay.
know.
Just making
He
sure.
is
It looks
Bronny.
like I thought
So
you
we
meant
got the big guy, and then we have the guy in gold.
Captain.
Who who
The MC.
Bran referred to as captain.
So he's the captain. Captain of the 306, which is a cool name for a ship.
MC Hal.
MC GC.
So
GC
all right,
calls.
I just was making sure I got my
There's
bearings.
the GC
So,
Hal
but there's
306.
we've seen 3 dwarves, not 4.
You've seen 3.
Okay,
I thought there's 4.
there is 4, but we've seen
I-
3.
You've seen 3.
I-
You've seen you've no.
identified 3.
Sorry, you have identified 3. You've seen 4 going in and out.
Oh.
The fourth,
Oh.
a
But no one has
dwarven
keen
woman.
mind.
Oh, shit.
Woman.
She is wearing a white jumpsuit with the gold filigree, of the Gestalt Company. It's actually more of a tan.
So it's white, gold, gray, and
Gold, gray, white, and black.
And she's around.
And she is around.
that's
Yeah,
their.
you see her the least.
Hey, that's rude.
What?
Okay, so they're all wearing different outfits. The reason I do that is just in case I'm like I want to talk to the one in, so that I don't get mixed up. I mean, the fact that only one of them is a woman is helpful as well to
Yes.
just differentiate.
Yes, yes, yes.
The girl one.
The girl one. So yeah, I'm gonna go look at where I'm gonna be spending the next day. I don't know how long it flies, but
I'll walk that way.
All right. You guys all follow?
Yep.
Is that what you said, Andy? Sorry.
I said I'll walk that way.
Great. So, as you walk up the basically drawbridge, I can't remember what it's called. You kind of have to dodge past people going up and out, kind of retrieving. You walk into this middle deck of this ship. Gangway is absolutely what it's called. Thank you, George.
yeah, gangplank.
Gangway. Yeah, that's
Gangway. And there are, on this middle deck, there are tons of crates and barrels and mail and packages.
Female.
Female.
No, M-A-I-L, mail.
Gotcha.
And packages kind of everywhere. You see that they're on the, as you look to your right when you walk in, there used to be a bar, but it's covered in packages. Barrels behind the bar. Just to the left when you walk in, there's a staircase up to what looks like another level. Can't speak. And then right under that staircase is a small trap door.
With more barrels.
Lots of barrels. Lots of barrels, lots of boxes.
Okay, cargo.
And you see the very brawny
Cargo fast.
dwarf in a black, the black jumpsuit turns and looks and says, "Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi,
My name's Dylan."
Who is this?
Dylan.
The
black.
brawny black
Oh.
jumpsuit dwarf.
Barney Black guy. Got it.
Nope. He says, "Welcome to the 306.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Sleeping quarters are downstairs. Main deck is up.
Can you show me up?
You just go up the stairs."
Oh, it's like a back end of a pirate ship type thing that we're getting for the third deck. So like we're on a main deck.
You are in a central deck, the middle of the ship. You're not on top.
Oh.
You walk into the center of the sorry. Sorry.
That.
Great. It's a great point. I think I might have said it last week.
I think you
but
said it.
Anyway, the center of the hull. So there is a layer above this,
Gotcha. Which
Yeah,
is
you-
the top part.
which is the main deck.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's where the top normally is, yes.
Shush.
So yeah, he says he points up to the main deck and the stairs that light is coming in. Yeah.
I
sorry.
see. It's helpful. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna
Okay.
be straight up honest. No
Well,
idea.
fine.
Engine room. Honestly. I want to go to the engine room.
There are no engine rooms.
I mean,
There are engine cages.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right, go up the stairs.
All right.
I'll follow him up the
Yeah,
stairs.
yeah,
Why not?
go to the-
Why don't I just show you?
Yeah, I was like, I have no clue what's going on. There's a map. There we go. Maps are helpful.
There's a map.
Why don't I just show you? I like that.
Well, this will be my first time in the air.
Mine too.
Map.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Do Dora. It's the
I
map.
was thinking too.
Yeah, that's where my brain went. Oh, here he comes. Oh, holy cow. That is a dollar store map that you are turning a map on. I'm like, holy cow.
No, the barrels.
Flip it the other way.
For us or for the cameras? Which are we prioritizing?
I like that.
Okay,
It's been decided.
cool.
He likes it.
Cool.
Dora.
Cool, right?
So, this
Dang it.
is the door that you guys entered.
Nice.
Okay.
That.
Wow.
Imagine it's open.
Imagine it.
Let me get rid of all of it.
Oh, I see. They're separated. Oh, okay.
So yeah, I will, as you go to each place, describe what you see.
Cool.
And where we are and whatnot.
So we're there. We're going up the stair.
So right
So-
now, yeah, but I'm gonna get one
So many things. It's so fun. He's talking to us.
So many things.
Okay. So
So I'm gonna go to that first cage.
yeah, we're in a. This is a big old boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge. It's
How many
Sorry.
feet long is that?
A lot.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80, 85, 90-ish.
That's not that big.
Wow.
That's not.
So, Queen.
I think I skipped a lot. I'm really bad at math.
Queen, you go out of this main door onto the second deck.
cool.
As you get onto the second deck, you notice, and Connie follows. As you enter, you turn around and you hear the thrum of the kind of idling giant forge right behind you. As you,
What does it sound like?
it just kind of right now is a less air, more rumble.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
better. Kind of idling. You look up the giant balloons kind of held together by the metal bindings that they currently are in. Lots of ropes tied basically everywhere up to them.
You see, Julakani, how they tie the ropes to the balloon? I hold it
Yes.
down. It's a really good way of doing it, though. There's a better knot you could do over there, but they probably know better.
I
gonna-
can see.
Nice.
I'm gonna go and go towards the cage itself.
The fire.
Yeah, you can move yourself for sure.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need to move it yet.
Yeah, you can move yourself for sure. You
So
can
yeah.
do that.
So far to reach.
No, I got. Yeah, so I go to the cage. I'm just like looking at kind of where all the action is, right?
Yeah, so you're looking, I'm going to say a lot of words that none of the four of you and you right now are going to understand.
Oh, cool.
George, this is a beacon class engine
Okay.
designed to propel hot air at the fastest rate possible to lift the heaviest amounts of payload.
I knew every word except for one. I knew.
Was it payload?
It was beacon.
Super standard from what you've seen, but just kind of, you notice the general design is the focus is heat output. And it's directed up. There's actually that flame represents a hole in the cage funneling
Right,
the
right.
air up.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Huh? These are pretty rad.
This is on the second
Yes.
Top of the line.
This is on the top of the deck.
floor? Oh, okay.
So like
okay.
so
Like,
so
whoa,
let me
that's
let me
really
walk
cool
through.
building.
Let me do a like if you like a virtual reality. You walked on. So you walk up the gangplank into the middle of the boat,
Which
With
is
a
that
floor?
third.
which is
That
this
one.
one right here. Yep.
Okay.
So imagine like you were walking up and there's a floor here and a floor here. This is the floor you're walking to.
Yeah.
And then you walk up the stairs to this one, which is the deck, which is outside. So now you can see the town from like 30 feet up. And you're looking and you see this whole new perspective with the engines. And then as you walk to the aft of the ship, you walk up the stairs to the top platform, which is where the helm is and the other engine.
Which is where that one is.
Yeah. So imagine.
Okay.
The-
That's
that-
the top of the pirate ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
okay.
door that's on its side is down. There's a fourth layer that's the quarters that we don't
Which
need.
is that little tiny section right there, I assume.
Nope. So this
Oh.
is the is
just not fun.
the
It's
middle layer.
Sorry. Okay, never
The
mind.
the bottom layer isn't out here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then you go up to the main layer, the layer where there's railings and you can look out.
It's not the fun
And then
way.
this you can go in. This is captain's quarters. You can go up to the top.
Captain quarters. I won't mess with that, but we have access to it.
Meh.
Good to know.
I suppose that is true.
Sure of that.
We made sure of that. Okay.
Awesome.
All
with
right.
You. With you.
I'm just gonna keep staring at this thing. I'm
Great. Yeah.
fascinated.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just find my room or wherever I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, you go down and there are 4
beginning
or
of the day,
5
isn't it?
rooms that are totally empty. 3 of them actually only have things in them.
So I'm the Dellen.
Dellen.
Dellen. Okay. He's still standing there. Is he doing stuff like inside, or is he walking in and
Back
out?
and forth.
Okay.
He is the workhorse, the
Okay.
mule.
she's following him around and taking, like, he'll take, like, big things, and she just grabs, like, a box, one little tiny box, and is like,
That's amazing.
yeah, hey.
It's like a toddler that wants to help.
But we're talking too while this is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
So, what brings you to the 306?
Well, we're traveling.
Oh, are you our defending party?
Yeah,
Oh, are you excited? This trip is going to be so fun.
I know, and it's
10
'cause
days.
we're here.
10 days in the sky.
What?
10 days?
Yeah.
Thalen never said that. Oh no. I'm a cat.
Yeah, we-
I like land, so this is a little scary.
Are you trying to get to Timber Point?
Yeah.
It'll take 30 days if you walk.
Oh. All right. 10 days is better, I guess.
thought we were trying to get to Thundermere.
Oh wait.
No, they're going to
that's not what he
Thundermere.
asked.
He's saying, are you want to walk to Thundermere? Because it takes 30 days. We're flying there. It's
Oh,
taking
you're saying
10.
like the halfway point is like 30 days away. Got it.
Oh.
You said Timber Point. Did you meant to say Thundermere?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
You're trying to go to Thundermere.
Timber Point's where we're at.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
You're trying to go to Thundermere,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, if you want to walk to Thundermere,
Ah, yeah.
it's 30 days.
Well, that
It takes
doesn't
10
sound
days
like
to
fun.
fly.
Okay. Well,
He's also
I
not the
suppose
brightest.
As fast as walking.
that'll work. All right. Well, okay. As long as they have kitty bags where I can, maybe get second. Then we're fine.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Help me with this. And lifts a giant crate.
She just goes, "You can do it."
And he walks and puts it back in
Nice.
the ship.
You did it.
You hear the captain, who is now just kind of directing at the bottom of the gangplank, is like, "All right, 5 more minutes. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on," and is directing people in and out.
I have a quick question. To
Dylan?
Dylan. Gosh.
Yeah. What?
Do you know anything about an expedition that's out in the woods?
Nope. Sorry. I'm sure.
You were so hopeful.
It was. All right, thanks. Bye. And she just runs
I'm
over
excited
to the
for our
lady.
trip.
She runs over to the lady in white.
Oh,
She
she
in
is.
here?
She is also moving back and forth.
Yes.
Oh.
She also starts following her carrying small things.
Can I help you?
Hey, I have a quick question. First of all, I'm Rayleigh. Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Rayleigh. My name is Lori.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Do you know anything about an expedition out in the woods?
Are they going somewhere?
Well, I don't know, but they talked about building one of these things.
Well, an expedition just means like a trip somewhere, right?
Uh-huh. By definition. By definition, I suppose.
I don't know. Are you saying expedition like a proper
no, see,
noun?
Listen, Miss Lori. They said that they're trying to build a ship, and you guys are in like charge
I'm gonna
of
stop
ships.
you, Rayleigh. You're looking for information, right?
Yes.
The best place I can tell you for information.
Uh-huh.
I sadly don't think any of us on the ship are going to be any help. But as soon as we get to Thundermere,
Yes.
there is a place where stories are told and knowledge is held, and you can go ask them.
Who are they?
They're called the Voices of Thunder.
Cool.
Yeah, they
Gotcha.
have lots of information. If you don't want to check the library, like if you want to ask people, you seem like a people kind of gal.
I am a people kind of
The Voices of Thunder in Thundermere are so awesome
And loud.
and very loud.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye.
All right, we've got to. Okay.
And then she runs off. In search of Phelan, who did not tell her that it was going to be 10 days.
I don't know.
She just kind of comes in the ship because she doesn't know where he went.
Okay.
All I know is that
Searching.
you named the dwarf after the dog from my game.
I did.
Which
Yep.
one, Lori?
Don't remember.
Lori was the dog.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I remember the dog.
Lori was the dog.
I don't remember the dog's
That's
name.
why I'm like, wow, that just existed in your subconscious.
That's funny.
It did actually. I just was like, I like that name. I have a friend.
She maybe like it's like Lorietta, and then it goes by Lori or something. I don't know.
But you don't know her full name.
I
She just
don't.
introduced
know.
herself as
Did.
Lori.
I know.
The
She's
full
named
name
after a
of- the full
basset
name of
hound.
the
That's what
dog?
she's named after.
That's amazing.
We named
I
the
thought it
dog
was
Indiana.
Glorietta.
I thought it was Laura.
But Lori's.
I liked that reference.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
My Charlemagne.
We named the dog Indiana.
All right. So I'm like, I think.
Are you quarter layer? Are you storage layer? Are you main layer? Are you helm
No,
layer?
I was just gonna. I mean, you know.
You can do whatever you want.
I think I have like my bags and things, and I don't want to carry them for 10 days. So I put everything that's heavy down in next to my stuff, and then
fair.
I think I put my helmet down there, but I'm still wearing my armor because evidently we're defenders. And I come back up to the level here, and I probably walk over to the captain if I have a chance.
Yeah. Kind of as you come up, the captain is coming up the gangplank.
It's been 5 minutes.
Making any final directions, and he's like, you sir.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. You must be the leader of our defenders of this trip.
Yes, they keep saying I'm the leader. Yes, my name is Thalen Wolf.
Thalen Wolf.
No, Thalen Wolf Brooks.
Thalen Wolf Brooks. Nice to meet you, Mr. Brooks. Captain Ironhelm.
Pleasure. I shake his hand.
You can call me Captain,
Yes.
or I mean, if
Captain Ironhelm, I believe this is a 10-day journey.
Oh yes.
I neglected to tell some of them, so keep it to yourself.
All right. I'm excited to see their reaction when they find out.
On day 7.
It'll be it'll be fine.
Just a couple precautionary measures. One of you, we would love to be on the main deck at all times. Only 3 of the crew are active at all times. Often the first mate and I swap sleep schedules, so there can be someone knowledgeable flying the ship at all times. And as part of your free passage, we ask that if we seek help, you would at least not discourage the opportunity.
Fine.
Thank you. We take off here in 90 seconds, and he yells to the crew, and you watch as Lori's like, oh, and starts to run and runs up the stairs, and really kind of revs up, and you hear as there's a crank in the back that opens the casings that are kind of confining the balloons to a small space. They open, and these 2 balloons are filled with hot air as the boat starts to like rock and just barely starts to fly and lifts, and you're like, whoa, and you can feel and if you peek over the edge, if any of you do, you see that there are people kind of keeping it and trying to like steady. I mean, it's a lot of people to even do any work, but they're just trying to keep it straight as it slowly lifts in the air. As you hear the sound of heat just going, and these forges going, and heat shooting up into these giant balloons, as the captain stands on the helm and is like, to the mountains, and points, and your journey of flight begins.
Wow.
So, so here's how, to the skies, here's how our journey will go. It takes 10 days to fly from Tinderport to Thundermere. Every day on this trek, the day is split into 3 sections. The night, there are no rolls.
Okay.
Or there's 1 roll for the night. But the day is split into 3 sections. Morning, noon, evening.
Okay.
Each morning, one of you rolls a d6, and something will happen. At
Okay.
night, one of you rolls a d20, and then something happens at night. Should something happen, you roll.
Okay, so that's 60 things that we're gonna roll.
Yeah,
I just was double checking. All right.
yeah, but
Things are
not
happening.
quickly.
Sure.
We're gonna let things happen. As we
Is
go.
it D6 every portion of the day?
Yeah, so the first third of the day, you roll a d6. One of
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Right. Evidently, nothing
And then-
happens at noon.
I think
Noon
that's
is
100
also
No, you
D6.
roll
I
one.
think that's
You roll one in the morning. You
120
roll one at noon. You roll one in the evening.
Oh,
But
that's
the
so we're
evening
rolling
one's 20.
90 things plus nighttime.
Yeah.
So 120 things.
Yeah.
No, it's less than that. But you'll see. It's not
Okay.
as complicated as you're making it sound.
Cool.
But also, I'm making it sound more complicated.
I was like, oh no.
So the morning ends as you guys take off. So one of you
40.
needs to roll for the event of the afternoon. Just a
Andy is
d6.
on it.
2.
2. Amazing.
Nice. You did it.
I tried my hardest.
I know.
I saw.
I
So
know.
as now, I need you to roll a d4.
Oh.
It's like a.
Also 2.
Amazing. So
2-2.
Gary.
it's been 3 hours. This part of your journey is maybe the scariest for all of you except for Kui. This is a little too epic now.
It was
It was
scary.
epic. It was epic when it was coming.
I
He
know.
said scary, and I was like, dog.
I was like, oh.
You,
We'll see.
for the first time, the 4 of you really get a view of the continent and the nation and the landscape like you've never seen. Timber Point shrinks as you take off for the next couple hours, and you watch as the trees envelop it, and you see the nation of Denotus as a whole. You're not too high up in the air. I mean, you're very high up in the air, but not like, I would
We're not
say
in space yet.
no.
We're not past the clouds, so we can't breathe.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're just probably under cloud level. Pretty high, but standard skyship flight. Let's say,
There, when an airplane goes like 40,000 feet, there's a pressure, and that acknowledges that.
Yeah.
So this thing is not
Let's
flying
say-
high enough that fast, or we're gonna like
Is
die
that how
instantly.
high skydivers get before they jump?
If they're
not
wearing a helmet, it's
typically.
oxygen loss. If they're not, sometimes they're
I
wearing
would
gloves.
say,
Not
I would say,
typically.
whatever the height is, and I can look it up here in a moment, but whatever the height is that is just before pressurization difference, that's how about the height you're flying.
Cool.
As high as you can to travel the furthest possible distance. But
Yeah.
you only get about, I'll say in the first couple hours, you only get halfway up. It's not a very fast
I mean, a hot air balloon would travel basically on almost a.
parabola.
It would literally, and then it would reach its destination like that. That's how it would try to do it. So we're probably hitting trees for a good couple miles.
Not necessarily.
I'm not saying hitting
you go
trees,
up
but, you know,
But yeah. But you notice
It went up first, I think, hopefully.
lots of very gorgeous landscape. You see small towns that you didn't get to see on your journey up to Timber Point because you remember you were all teleported here after your Coliseum win. You see, it's just a very gorgeous early morning noon. But about 3 hours at around noon, as the sun is at its highest point in the sky, Kui, hold on, sorry, has perceptions. Kui and Thalen and Connie hear a ting 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 sound, as does the captain and Lori. And the captain looks up and says, "Lori," and he just points up at a bracket, and Lori's like, "Man, all right, I'll need up there to fix it right now." And looks around. Can anybody stabilize a ladder?
Not well.
Yes.
When you ask that question, are you referring to a particular skill that I should be enjoying?
Like
Is anybody good at athletics?
athletics.
Great. Yes,
Oh,
that is what
man.
I was asking. So here's the deal. I am gonna prop up a ladder. Actually, not prop up a ladder. I basically am. There's ladders built into the metal that we have cranks for that are gonna lower. I basically just need you to hold it steady in the wind while I climb.
Easy enough.
All right, and you see that she grabs a little backpack from on the side and puts it on and like ties it around her chest and then starts to climb. It's a high climb.
I wouldn't like that.
It's shaking. It's not bad, but of course it's blowing her. She gets up there, whips out her tool belt that she's got, and you watch her. And you watch as the brackets kind of pull a little tighter. And let's see if the problem is fixed. Ting! Climbs back down. Does anybody know about how to fix things? Here's the deal. And she walks up to you. I just need. It's a little too far from my reach to do both of the things I'm trying to do at once. Could you help me? We can pull down a second ladder.
But then we're gonna need another person, right?
What?
If you pull down the ladder?
Well, there are two that he's got one ladder, and you see Thalen is just standing, holding a ladder.
Fine, yeah.
Great. We need another
Labble.
ladder stabilizer.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I can hold ladders.
You can hold ladders? Great. Will you hold his ladder?
Sure.
Awesome. Now, as they both climb, now I need you to both roll athletics checks.
That's a 20.
Oh no.
So it's 26.
Wee.
That's a 2.
2 plus?
It's
0.
2.
Ooh. Okay, so, Kui, it's a pretty scary climb. Luckily, you're not too scared of heights. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oof. 8.
8. All right. You, shaking, and you flip, and you fall a couple rungs, but you catch the backside of the ladder.
Hold it steady! I know dwarves better at doing this than you.
Ooh.
All right, Thalen,
Of course they would be.
you don't have to roll again. Period.
Okay.
You are stable on this, holding this ladder.
So I don't have to roll again. Then what I'm gonna do, I have rope. I'm gonna tie it, and then I'm gonna go over and help the person who can't hold it.
Well, so you don't have to roll again because you're stable and you aren't gonna budge.
So describe to me this ladder system. Is it pulling out of a machine? Like is it pulling
From the top.
like a like pulling down?
Yeah, it's
so then it doesn't
basically-
need to
Have
be
you seen
held.
a
It's on
fire
pulley.
escape?
And then it would likely have hooks, and then it'd be done. If it's attached to a machine.
Well, it's attached to a machine at the top, and if it's let go, it goes back to the top.
Right. So then you'd have hooks.
Or no?
They don't.
Oh, I see.
They're not as smart as you.
No, I guess not.
This model.
No, it's
Not on this model.
It wasn't made yet.
There you go.
It's an old ship. It's the 306.
That's
You
what
know how
I'm trying
many
to
it
do.
is.
Is
saving
I'm
some
trying
money,
to.
okay?
Go ahead and make
Tie it.
a.
Let
you
me
know
tell
what?
you, as an engineer, anytime they can save money,
Yeah, exactly.
despite reason.
So I'm gonna just tie it.
All right, go ahead.
That
You
was
tie
what
it.
they
Let
chose.
me check
like
something
that.
really quickly. The AC of rope. Great.
AC of rope. Yeah, if you attack it, but
The
Seeing how strong it
AC
is.
of
Just seeing
rope?
how strong it is. So you go and now you help Connie. Connie, go ahead and roll an athletics check with advantage.
Oh boy. It's better. 17.
17. Kui, you
Plus-
make it up there
0.
pretty steadily. And you are able to help Lori as she pulls together. You pull and she. And you reconnect the outer casing. She looks at you while you're up there. Isn't this so pretty?
It always is, honey.
I say that in Dwarven.
Honey.
In Dwarven. Oh! I like you. And she slides down, takes her thing off. Oh! You know, we've been asking for hooks for like 3 decades. Still nothing. Yeah, really like a tape measure fast. She's like, ah! Jumps out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
Kui comes down.
my rope.
Oh, by the way, this, and she holds up this bag, is an auto chute. If you're ever falling fast enough, it'll open and it'll be a parachute for you.
Wow. You didn't give him one when he climbed it.
I didn't need one.
Oh, well.
He didn't need
He is
one.
a bird.
He's a
but
bird.
He didn't need
never
one.
know.
I didn't want
You
to.
never know. Agreed. It's windy up there.
It'd be
Well-
insulting.
Can you fly?
Insulting.
No, she's asking you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
George goes, no, I
No, in Dwarven.
No. No.
In Dwarven.
Oh,
Dwarven.
can't. In Dwarven. I love
I'm
not
sorry that I
flying.
assumed
No.
we
It's
had
falling with style.
we had a bird folk as a member of our last defending party that just flew up there and helped me last time. That was a problem.
It's not that easy. enough of me.
Oh.
Well, next time
Dwarven.
you will absolutely have one. She's having all this conversation, Dwarven.
Okay. Cool.
Dwarven.
Okay.
Right on.
That's a queen.
That's a queen sounds like too.
It's like, what?
He does it in
Yeah,
the
you guys
voice
are kind
and
of just
everything.
sitting there.
Yeah, I just like that's how Dwarven sounds in my head. I don't know.
He's Raven, so he mimics.
Everything
it
all right
sounds just
down
like
there,
that.
Lori? You hear the captain yell. She's like, "Oh, we got it."
Don't you worry.
And the day continues. The balloons, it's actually fascinating as you are flying. You see these immense balloons just taking a beating from the wind at the altitude, and they're just kind of existing and holding up, not shaking the boat, but just like being battered by this wind and carrying you. It's a marvel as you fly. As we head into the evening and the sun doesn't start to set, but starts to lower and prepares itself to set. Will you roll a d6 for us, Taylor?
Yeah.
That's a D8.
It's the cube.
Jesus.
You knew that.
Hold on.
6.
6.
Ooh.
Too bad it's not an 8.
Alrighty. The captain calls out,
Wait, what?
and says, I don't know anybody's name. Well, will you come here, please?
We had a full-on conversation.
Yes.
I gave him my full name.
You did.
He
didn't
doesn't.
You?
He doesn't know anyone's name though.
I remember.
Oh, Thalen and friends.
There we go. Nice. Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly introduce myself to you all. I've met Thalen.
And friends.
I am Captain Ironhelm.
Hello.
Hi.
You are intimidating, my friend.
Is there a problem?
No, an opportunity. I will get there momentarily.
We go through our names.
What?
Great. Nice to meet you all.
Oh.
Oh,
I see what
hello.
you were
I'm like,
saying.
yeah, I was
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
come on.
I was writing.
Quee, is that your name? Oh, that is your name. We've been chartered as an secondary mission on our trek to map from above this nation.
Where is that
Where's what?
map?
Oh, the map is right here. And he pulls out a big old scroll that he has in hands, and it's not complete. But he says, I'm looking, Dylan, and Dylan is nearby, is like, oh yeah, Captain, yeah. Dylan is actually quite the artist. And is looking for, in this evening, just someone to describe the landscape from below so he does not have to lean over and risk losing the map. Would anyone be willing to help describe what the world looks like below?
Yes.
You will help?
Someone will. Yes.
Someone will. You? Will you help?
Sure.
Wow.
Great!
Oh, nice.
Well, anybody else? I can't have enough.
help.
You'll help?
Yeah. I want to hear. guys
Awesome!
talk about it.
Follow me. And Dylan leads you to the bow of the ship. Sits kind of. You see, Dylan sits in the center, right in front of the cage, and says, "All right, now just look over the edge, and one at a time, tell me what you see."
Wow.
So I need you both to roll survival checks.
Oh golly. What's a survival check?
It's the bottom one.
Bottom one. Oh, oh gosh. Why did I volunteer?
18.
4.
Oh.
So, Connie, what kind of descriptors do you give as you see rivers and mountains and trees?
Rivers and mountains and
Is
trees.
that what you say? Just kind of exactly that. What does Connie say in Connie's voice?
Sorry.
What exactly? No, it's okay. What exactly does Connie say to Dylan? Because Dylan is trying to cartograph this area.
There is a tree
Where?
and another tree.
Oh boy, this is a bad
and
idea.
another tree. And another tree. Then a mountain with trees on it.
This matches the map.
Nice, Connie.
Did you see anything?
I'm leaning over. Yep. Mountains, trees. Oh wait, there's another mountain over there.
I have to add that.
Yeah.
He starts to write. And that's how you spend your evening. You guys all can kind of chill. If you would like to make a perception check to see if you see anything on the horizon or have any conversations, you are welcome to.
Unless there's gonna be something that benefits me to
related?
roll, then no.
Great.
Is it map related?
No, I just meant in general, like while they are doing map things. Did you want to do anything?
Oh, I'm watching them.
All right.
I'm so glad it didn't fall off.
Well, as the sun
Roll
sets
better. Worse for that.
on the first day of your 10-day trek, we're going to close the episode there. I'm excited to fly to Thundermere. I hope you are too. We'll catch you next time on Roll to One.